If you want to easily hit home runs in high school, you have to be strong, you have to be fast twitch, and you have to really know how to use your body in your swing. In this video, I'll tell you how to do all three of those things, starting with how to get strong. The average height and weight of the 10 MLB players who hit the most home runs in 2022 is 6'2", 234 pounds. For baseball, exit velo or power is equal to how much you weigh times bat speed. Now you can increase bat speed with plyos and by working on your mechanics, which I'll talk about later. But if you're not as strong as you could be, you're really missing out on a lot of power. You want to progressively overload bench press, overhead press, pull-ups, barbell row, and deadlift. And unless you have great form with the barbell, you should use the trap bar instead. You want to do 10 to 20 sets per week for each major muscle group: legs, back, chest, core, arms, and shoulders. And for eating, you want to calculate your maintenance calories with this website and then eat 10 to 20% more than that every day. You want to eat stuff with a lot of calories that's still good for you. You want to get 0.7 to 1 gram of protein per pound of body weight every single day. I'd also recommend taking 5 grams of creatine monohydrate every day and consider taking whey protein. I would either lift with a friend who really knows what they're doing or watch a bunch of Jeff Nippard videos so that you can make good progress without getting hurt. Doing rotational med ball throws in a stance that's pretty similar to the one you use when you're hitting will really transfer to your bat speed. You'll also want to do a lot of plyos with really light weights and also do a lot of sprinting. When you do these exercises, you want to make sure that you're not tired before you start each set. If you start sets when your muscles are really fatigued and you're out of breath, you'll instead develop endurance instead of working directly on your fast twitch muscles. Getting stronger and more explosive takes a lot of time, but if you make big mechanical changes, you can get huge jumps in power really quickly. You've probably been told a million times that you should generate power with your legs, and a lot of people think this means they need to feel their weight in their quads when they load and swing, but what you actually need to do is feel your weight in your back hip, and then as you swing and load, you want to generate power from your hips and from your core. As you load and stride, you want to coil your hips, really feel your weight in them, and keep your upper body loose while coiling your shoulders inward slightly. You want to stay closed and loaded until your foot hits the ground, and then you want to release all that stored energy from your hips and from your core. You really want to keep your arms close to your body because if they get away from you, then you'll lose a lot of power. Once you've generated all that power from your hips and your core, you have to absorb it in your front leg. That's why the front leg of many great hitters is really stiff at contact. That's because they're feeling all that weight transfer into that stiff front leg and then go up their body and into their bat. If you have a weak front leg at contact, you're gonna lose a lot of that energy and a lot of power. One really important tip is to not swing a composite bat unless it's the rolling icon, because that thing's juice. But otherwise, composite bats really do not hit the ball hard compared to aluminum bats. For a light swinging bat, I would recommend the Voodoo one. They have some durability issues, but I used that back in high school and that thing was incredible.
What?
Also the Cat X.
Oh my God. Boy.
And the Bone Saber one piece.
Oh, dude. Levi! That's for sure.
Pieces are really good for light swinging bats. If you want something more in the middle to kind of end loaded, I would go with either the Atlas.
Oh my goodness. See ya. Oh, whoa.
The Rawlings Icon, the Bone Saber Hybrid.
Oh. What is that? Oh my God.
Or the Select Power.
Woo! All right. Oh. Oh, dog.
Another really important thing is that when you get to your launch position, which is when your front foot comes down and you're just about to fire your swing, you want your bat to rotate around you, but you don't want your body to shift forward at all. Now, when you're at contact with that front leg really stiff, you want to feel like your weight is behind the baseball, but you're still catching it out front with your bat. You shouldn't try to hit home runs by trying to swing really hard with your upper body. You instead should just really focus on your mechanics and make sure that you catch the ball good and make good contact. A great way to focus on this is to try to hit the ball as far as you can while only swinging at 75%. This will force you to really work on your mechanics and making sure that you're catching barrels instead of really just trying to swing hard and see how far you can hit it. When you focus entirely on your mechanics like this, Then you can make little tweaks and different feels. Different feels work for everybody. And as you do that, you'll figure out what makes you hit the ball harder and what you should work on implementing. And when you're trying to work on a field, try to just work on one at once, because if you do more than that, then it'll be complicated and you won't build muscle memory. What you feel your body doing is very rarely what your body is actually doing. So take some videos and then look at contact position and then launch position of these hitters and really compare them. And if you see a huge difference between something that seems really important that none of the other guys are doing that you're doing differently, you should probably change that. And my last tip is just to hit as much as you can and to get out on the field so that you can see how far you're hitting it. And try to hit with someone who has more power than you. That way you'll be driven to get stronger and put in the work to gain more power and catch up to them.